chapters of Dreamland.
Leo was 9 years old. Today, he was visiting to his grandparents who lived in a suburb. They left the city in the morning and reached there at around noon. There was a big garage adjacent to the house where Leo used to play whenever he visited there. So, the first thing Leo did after reaching there was to enter in the garage. At a corner, there was lying an old machine covered with a trampoline, and Leo always ignored it as there was a lot of dust on the cover. But today, out of curiosity, he reached near to it, looked behind once whether someone was watching them, and then pulled out the cover from the machine. To his amazement, he found that it was looking like a big old generator and was fully covered in dust. But there was a gate to open it, and inside there was a seat like a car. Leo opened the gate and took a seat inside it. There was a big control panel in front of him, and many years were written around it, ranging from 50 years old to a million years old. And below each year, there was a button. Leo pressed the button, and farthest corner above which it was written 200 million years before. Suddenly, the machine turned on and started to shake, and then there were many noises and many colorful lights coming out of it. The lights kept getting brighter, and Leo closed his eyes. When he opened them, he found that he was in a forest where the blades of grass on the ground were almost as tall as Leo. He looked around him and found some gigantic trees all around him, and the birds flying in the sky were looking different. Suddenly, a huge bird came down towards Leo. He got frightened and looked for a covered ground, but instead the bird dived down the grasses. Leo saw that the bird was looking like a flying dinosaur, and in it caught a mouse from the grasses. The mouse was almost the size of a cat. Huge bird looked at Leo for a second and then flew away. Leo moved out of the grass now and found a cleared ground without any grass. Just when Leo started to think whether he in fact has come to some other planet or was it all a dream, he felt that ground shaking, and for a moment he thought that some earthquake had come. But when he looked far in the distance, he saw a big creature with a neck that was almost touching the clouds. It had felt like an elephant, but lot bigger in size, and it was the creature itself who was causing the ground to shake when he was walking around. Slowly, Leo came to a realization that it in fact was a herbivorous dinosaur he saw in the pictures. Leo ran towards the machine in which he was sitting in the garage. It was lying among the grasses. He immediately sat inside it without wasting a second and pressed the button of year 2025. Machine started again with bright lights, and again Leo had to close his eyes, and when he opened them, he was again sitting in his grandpa's garage. Leo waited for some moment before coming out of the machine, and now it was confirmed that it was a time traveling machine. He looked behind him, and Grandpa was standing there with a finger on his lips indicating Leo to say nothing. Grandpa asked, "So, where did you travel, or should I say, at what time?" Leo replied, "The oldest time that the machine could travel." "Oh, you are brave. I would never have dared to travel to Jurassic period. Anyways, it's a secret between you and me, and next time we are gonna travel together, okay?" "Okay," replied Leo, and they both came out of the garage together. Grandpa was smiling, and Leo was still in amazement.